Unfortunately, in football, we're hearing more and more, incidents of this, horrible disease, and a lot of people are putting in a lot of work and the research, and things are being changed within the game now, Paul, as well, in terms of heading the ball. And Leanne, I don't know what it was like for you, but I remember even when I was at Newcastle, prior to kickoffs, Nigel Pearson would knock 20, 30 balls from 30 yards, 40. I would start the game with a headache from heading the ball, and we don't probably think enough about it back then. But with what's happening nowadays, and unfortunately people losing their lives, and now this also with Denis Law, it's something that we need to look into more. We need to protect players. We need to protect players definitely in the future, moving forward.
And Leanne, that's why he said he's speaking out just now, so that people know he still goes to Man United, still hopes to go. He said, I'm excited about the season with Ollie, but he wants to add his voice to people to say, look, we need to look at this, heading the ball. I mean, you're both professional footballers. You're retired now, Craig. You're not, Leanne. I can only imagine, we're not saying it's linked, we don't know, but he wants to know. And in the week when Gerd Muller died, an amazing striker, the bomber, the German striker who won the World Cup in 74. So people are talking about it now and getting more research into it.
Yeah, and I think it's really important that continues. I think it's important that people like Denis Law, even in these difficult moments and throughout the diagnosis process and the years that he will face, that his life will change and his memory will change, that he uses that platform that he's got just now to raise awareness, and nobody's putting it down to football immediately. But I think we've all heard that recently the conversations and the awareness is been spoken about a lot. I'm looking at the screen just now, and Chris Sutton's a man that's did a lot of work with that, trying to raise awareness and making sure that these conversations are happening. And certainly the PFAs and different football federations are starting to now step up and really look at the impact that heading the ball does have. And I think as a player, probably you would never have thought about it until these conversations have come about and more people have come out and spoke about the impact that it's had in their lives and relatives that have been affected. And we can only continue to adapt with the times and as Craig says, protect players and young players especially, and ensure that we do limit that contact, because it's an awful disease. It's a very sad disease, and anybody that's been affected or impacted by that will understand just how difficult it can be for those individuals and families. So really sad news today. Denis Law is one of those names that as a player for me, I probably missed that just because of the age, but I know a lot of footballers that have played with him, and he's one of those greats that we will forever remember. And I just hope for long enough that he can remember just how good he was, and share those memories and the positive message, and certainly raise awareness as it goes.
And there's great work going on. Professor Willie Stewart in Glasgow, I heard him in Go News 2 weeks ago. We featured it heavily. He's doing amazing work into this, about dementia, Alzheimer's, and more power to his elbow, because it needs to happen. It's a really serious issue. And you were saying, Leanne, as well, that for women playing football, it's actually even more hazardous to hit the ball. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I think that I would be guessing just now to say, but I'm sure it's maybe roughly 5 times more likely or along those lines. So it's something that we do need to be mindful of, and nobody can really, it's hard to play in a game and not head the ball, but I think you can always take precautions around training sessions and what you do away from those contact games, and how we can protect each other throughout our career so that you've got that longevity as well. But people forget that when you finish playing football, or any sport for that matter, that you have a life beyond that, and a long life as well. So to ensure, without your health, you really don't have much in life. You can make as much money you want from a sport, but you want to be able to enjoy that and enjoy your family and a healthy life beyond that. So yeah, the more conversations, the more research, the more awareness that we can generate for the absolute best.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.